Hello guys, this is Paul McWhorter with TopTechBoy.com, and we're here today with episode number 27 in our incredible new tutorial series where you're learning how to think like an engineer using the Arduino Uno R4 Wi-Fi. What I will need you to do is pour yourself a nice tall glass of ice cold coffee. That would be straight up black coffee, poured over ice, no sugar, no sweeteners, none needed. And as you're pouring your coffee, as always, I want to give a shout out to our friends over at Sunfounder. Sunfounder is actually sponsoring this most excellent series of video lessons. And in this class, we will be using the Sunfounder Elite Explorer Kit. Now, hopefully most of you guys already have your gear, but if you don't, take a look down in the description. There is a link over to Amazon, and you can hop on over there and pick your kit up. And believe me, your life and my life are going to be a whole lot easier if we are working on identical hardware. But enough of this shameless self-promotion. Let's jump in and talk about what I am going to teach you today. And what we're going to do is we're going to be looking into pull-up resistors in a little bit more depth. Now, we've worked on pull-up resistors in the last couple of lessons, and if you remember, we had made, let me get out of your way, we had made this handy dandy little LED, RGB LED light controller. If I press the red button, the LED turns red. If I press the green button, the LED turns green. And if I press the blue button, the LED turns blue. And so that was pretty neat. We had a lot of fun playing with that. And how did we get these push buttons to work? By installing external pull-up resistors. And so these pull-up resistors is what allows us to effectively use these little push button switches. And so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to tell you a little secret, and that is that the Arduino board built into it has some pull-up resistors already there. And what you can do is you can just turn them on instead of having to use these external ones. Pretty cool? Yes, pretty cool. Now you say, why didn't you tell us that to begin with? Well, let me explain, because I really wanted you to understand pull-up resistors, and the way you understood them was to build your own circuits and put your own pull-up resistors in. So let's come over here and let's just review these pull-up resistors so that you can make sure that you understand them, and then I'll show you how to pop on the ones that are already on the Arduino board. And so let's just come in here, and we had a switch, right? We had a switch, and then what we did was we took one leg, and that one leg of the switch went to ground. I shouldn't say a switch, a push button. One leg of the push button went to ground, and then we put in a 10K resistor, and that 10K resistor went from the other leg of the push button to 5 volts. And then here, what we did here, we came out to, let's say we came out to pin 6 on the Arduino. So if the switch is up, there is no current flowing. If there's no current flowing and voltage is current time resistance, how much voltage drops across the 10K resistor? None. And so what does this point here, what does this point see? What does pin 6 see? It sees the 5 volts. Okay. Now, on the other hand, if we come in and we push the button down and connect this, then current flows from the 5 volts through the 10K down to ground. And in that case, what does pin 6 see? It sees ground. It sees ground, or 0 volts. So if the switch is down, it sees ground, which is 0 volts. If the switch is up, it sees 5 volts. Okay. Now, the strange thing about that is this bothered some of you guys, and I was surprised that it bothered you. But what bothered you is in the up position, when the button is up, what do you see? 5 volts. And so when the button is up, you read a what? You read a 1. And then when the button is down or pressed, you read a what? You see ground, so you read a 0. And they were saying, well, pressing the button should be a 1 because that's like turned it on. And so you sort of started confusing a circuit voltage with a binary concept. Okay, and so why does down read 0? Because it sees ground, it sees 0 volts, it's going to report 0. When it's up, it sees 5 volts, it's going to report a 1. Okay, now you're just going to have to get it straight in your head what a 0 and a 1 means in this case. But what I will say is I'm going into this because I know it really bothered a lot of you guys. But if that really bothers you, what you can do is you can do a, if that really bothered you, you can do a pull down resistor. Okay. How does a pull down resistor work? Well, you can imagine over here, here's the switch. What you do is you put the resistor here between the other side of the switch and ground, and then this goes to pin 6 here. Okay, that goes to pin 6, and then this goes to 5 volts. Now, when the switch is up, what do you see? When the switch is up, what pin 6 sees is it sees 0 volts, and so it is going to read a 0, right? Why does it see 0 volts? Because there's no current going through that 10K resistor. So this point is at the same voltage as this point. You're going to read 0 volts and you're going to report a digital 0. But now if you press the button down now, this pin 6 sees what? It sees 5 volts and it's going to report a 1. And so if you get upset about this difference between a 0 and a 1 versus pressed and not pressed, if you want it to go the other way, just build a pull down resistor. You just put the pull down resistor between the switch and ground and you measure it. That terminal, the other terminal of the switch is connected to 5 volts. Okay, so now you know you can do pull up or you can do pull down. I just like pull up resistors better. It's just like I never, either one will work, but I like pull up resistors better. Okay, now that is just to kind of review how these things work. Okay, that is to review how these things work. But what you can do on the Arduino, let's say that we're using pin 6. Okay, we're going to use pin 6. So this is pin 6 right here. This is pin 6. Okay, and I'm going to connect directly to pin 6, and then this is coming over to ground. Okay, this is pin 6. And remember, before we had put that resistor in there to 5 volts, but what I can do is I can tell pin 6 internally to the Arduino to put a resistor in that goes to 5 volts. And all of this is happening inside the Arduino. How do I do that in my pin mode? I tell it to not just make pin 6 an input pin, but to activate the pull-up resistor, release the pull-up resistors. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do today. Okay, but I hope you guys appreciate that we built the thing from scratch and that you understand it a little bit better now. But let's come over here and let's see if we can code this thing up. And what I'm going to do, I guess I should show you this. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to over here, I'm going to add a button. Okay, what do you see? The button does not have a pull-up resistor. The button does not have a pull-up resistor. And what I do is I have the one leg of the button going directly to the ground rail. So that one leg is grounded. And the other leg, what am I going to do with that other leg? That other leg, I'm going to come over to, we said pin 6. Digital pin 6. Okay, see what a rat's nest this is getting to be. But do you see how the orange, the orange goes to pin 6. And so now I have this button hooked up like that. No external pull-up resistors. All right, so what are we going to come over here now and do in our code view? Well, this is going to be a real quick little program. We're going to have our butt pin, and that is going to be pin 6 for our button pin. We're going to have a butt valve that we're going to read. We'll read that, so we'll declare it, but we're not going to give it a value. I'll do an int. My baud rate BR is going to be 115/200. like that. Don't forget your semicolons, and let's just do an int. Let's do a delay time dt is going to be equal to 100 milliseconds, which is 1/10 of a second. Okay, now we're going to come down in our void setup. We're going to come down in our void setup and do a serial dot begin at our BR, our baud rate of 115/200. Now the magic pin mode. Pin mode is what but pin, and this time what is it? It's an input, but we want what? We want to activate the pull up like that. Okay, it's as simple as that. You just change your pin mode. Instead of input, you make it input with the pull-up kicker on there. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. This is kind of a really slick way to do it. I'll tell you, when I was in electrical engineering at the University of Texas, I swear I just couldn't understand those pull-up resistors. I said, okay, if you want it, I'll put it there, and if I hook it up right, it works. But I really had trouble understanding it, and that's why I kind of dwell on it a little bit. Okay, let's now make our reading. But val is equal to digital read from the but pin, like that. Okay, and then I'm going to do a serial dot print ln. What am I going to print? The but val, like that. That's pretty neat. And then I'm going to delay by dt, which was 1/10 of a second, and that should be pretty good. And now we are going to run this thing, and we're going to have a little jet fuel here. Ah! Oh man, I was going so fast and I was doing so good, but my semicolon was in the wrong place. So let's run it. Okay, it's looking good, looking like we're going to get there this time. And let's turn on our serial monitor. Okay, there it is. Why is it reading 1? It's reading 1 because the button is not pushed, and it's reading 1 because I am using a pull-up resistor. Small note, you cannot use a pull-down resistor this way. The Arduino does not have built-in pull-down resistors. So if you want to use the built-in resistor, it has got to be a pull-up resistor. If you want to use a pull-down resistor, you're going to have to build it the old-fashioned way. Okay, you're going to have to build it the old-fashioned way. But you see, I have those ones. Now, we don't expect this to toggle because we haven't put in our fancier code for toggle, but let's just see if we have that internal pull-up resistor working. I'm going to press the button and boom, I got a 0. Let it up a 1. Internal pull-up resistors, going to make your life a whole lot easier. And so what you can see is now you don't have to have all of these resistors on each switch. You can just use the internal pull-up resistors. Okay, guys, I hope that you are enjoying learning this stuff, and I hope I'm not boring you by kind of taking you through things step by step. But I knew that if I would have just shown you this command here, the only thing you would have remembered is, oh, if I put this command, it works, and not really build it and understand it and get your mind around it. So now I think you really understand it, so we can take the little shortcut at this point. Okay, what is your homework assignment? Your homework assignment is to take your R, you remember this, your R, what is that? Oh yeah. We just did that other program, so these aren't working anymore. But take your program where you could turn the R, the G, and the B on the LED, and redo this using internal pull-up resistors instead of these external pull-up resistors, and then take a video that shows me your circuit, and then shows me your code, and then shows me that it works without the external pull-up resistors. Couple of things, guys, when you post your videos, don't do the YouTube short. Just make a YouTube, because those YouTube shorts, I can't respond to them. I can't see how long they are. I can't back up. So don't do a short. Just do a normal YouTube video. It's simple enough. Just add the video. Don't make it a short. And then I will look at every single one. What you'll do is, in the description of your video, you will link back to my video, and then down below on this video, you'll put a link over to your homework assignment, and that way I can go and look at it. You guys are doing really good on your homework. The one thing I'll say is, a lot of you guys need to try to get neater builds. Okay, try to get neater builds. Try to pack your stuff in. I'm only using these loopy wires where I have to go go and connect to the Arduino itself. But if you look at this, you see how I'm laying this out neat. I'm packing it in tight. I've made my resistors have short legs, and I'm really getting these neat builds. And as we move to more complicated circuits, if you're going to be successful, a few of you guys, you got to start building, you got to start getting neater and more compact builds on your breadboard. Okay guys, I hope you are enjoying taking these classes as much as I am making them. I always want to give a big thank you to you guys who are supporting me on Patreon. It is your support and encouragement that keeps these videos coming. You can also help me by giving me a thumbs up and leaving a comment down below. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, and when you do, ring that bell so you'll get notifications when future lessons drop. And most importantly, share this video with other people, because the world needs more people thinking like an engineer and fewer people sitting around watching silly cat videos. Paul McWhorter with TopTechBoy.com. I will talk to you guys later.